Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to Combo Breaker 2024. We got some Granblue Fantasy versus Rising action coming your way. We are on the ARC World Tour 2024 pit stop here. First stop in North America, Gold Tier Extraordinaire. My name is Austy. I'm joined here by the one and only Eel, and we got some great matches coming your way. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling really good. This is the, I believe, the fourth block of today.
Yeah.
The second to last block for today, but up until now, we've seen a lot of really good action here in Granblue versus 4 Combo Breaker 2024.
Tons of blocks to go through the entire day, and it's only just round one of pools too. On top of that, so there's nothing else besides getting people out of their first pools. We don't go into the second round until tomorrow, so we got even new players that you have yet to see all day today that have yet to play Granblue.
Yeah, it's a very intimate format, I would say. So 4 people qualify out of each pool, so that means like that total player pool is very small and very, you'll get to play a lot of the people in the pool at that point, right? So really a lot of like tough matches to go through, and like, but the way it's structured is you're still less likely to get double jeopardy.
Which is very important, right? You don't want to be like, oh, I lost to you. It's like, oh, I lost to you twice. I didn't even get a round one pool. It's one of the most awful feelings in the world. Like, there's 647 players in this bracket. I have to lose to the same person twice before I even get to like round 2 pools. Like, that's a very awful feeling. So I definitely appreciate when stuff like that comes out. But looks like we got our first players coming up to bat. We got MaxNinja facing off against Vamp. 2B versus Near.
Yeah, it should be a pretty quality match, I'd say. So one thing about 2B is that like she doesn't have any close proximity normals, so there is some kind of weirdness with dealing with a lot of Near's like her projectile summons, right? So a lot of characters will just like tag it with the close normal and kind of go about their day, if that is the read. But 2B can't necessarily do that in a lot of situations, so it kind of how they deal with it will really show the matchup going.
But as a boon, it does give her the ability to be able to like combo without even having to connect on block, right? You just let that string of rocks. So we're gonna jump right here, right away into the game 1, just skipping that cutscene immediately. Now, Near, on the other hand, here, stuck in the corner, has tons of tools. Getting that 2H on standing, was hoping to try to get that a little bit earlier. Yeah,
you definitely want to commit and cancel some of those. It's really hard to hit confirm because her cancel windows are pretty short, so if you're going to do something with that, you pretty much want to put it as if you're going to hit. So, missed opportunity there by Van. Big anti-air.
Oh my god, you're getting it from so far high up in the air. That crouching heavy goes so high. You can literally, if you're both sitting on the ground, it goes above the screen. You don't even see the end of the sword.
Yeah, and like Near's jump-ins are pretty short, so oftentimes if you're, if you're in that situation at all, you're probably going to lose it.
Yeah. So it's going to be MaxNinja taking away that first round there, opening up with a jumping gambit, getting quite rewarded for the troubles, already getting that corner pressure right out the gate.
Respected that, but ended up walking right into it. Another corner combo from MaxNinja. Oh, drops it though. Chance here to switch sides maybe? Okay, goes for a dash combo, it's the same side.
Yeah, very unorthodox. You see a lot of Nears tend to try to go for the side swap like immediately, especially because it's so easy with the character being able to scope the side swap. Yeah. Jumps in, gets the crouch, catches the low, catching it just going for the simple standing block because you saw all those projectiles from that skill coming out.
Yeah, it's just a tough situation to be in because even if you did block that, you are chip is such a huge factor there that there may not have been anything that could have done besides guard cancel.
Yeah. It's very difficult to get like an anti-air on 2B of all characters too, just because you have so many tools in our arsenal to stay in the air, whether they feint out with the double jump, going for the air pod stall, it's a lot of things you gotta be on the lookout for.
Nice throw there. It's one of the fastest things you can do in this game. Ooh. Very cute, although that is punishable on block.
Yeah, if you don't see it coming. It's definitely one of those moves you could do to just be like, hey, you're up close and personal, are you gonna react to this or
spend some of that meter? Ooh, yeah.
Dude, what an open.
Ah! Big drop here. Could have closed it out there potentially, but this should do it. Is what I would have said.
Just unfortunately can't get those conversions going, right? You pop them up into the air, but just can't get that correct follow-up, but that's okay because we win neutral again. If you just consistently win neutral, it doesn't matter how long the combos are,
Yeah, just hit your opponent and don't get hit.
Yeah, that's the entire thing of the game, and we've got another counter hit from the crouching heavy coming in immediately. That 2H is getting so much mileage.
Yeah, empty jump low there. Vamp respected it, and gets rewarded with a throw here.
So that's the second time we've seen MaxNinja go for the jump, empty hop into a low. So I can definitely sense a potential mix-up on the third one. We'll have to wait and see. But got the parry on the spread shot. Okay.
Okay. Has a lot of meter to work with here, does Vamp. So, with all those, with 11 stack, it's not gonna matter.
Oh,
dropped it. Yeah, with 11 stocks, that's a lot of damage.
I feel like you could just finish that off with a Skybound Art at that point. Vamp with such low health, but we still are living the dream here. Vamp trying to get something going. Not gonna down his special chip, but doesn't matter. That jump in's gonna be able to finish that off. MaxNinja taking a clean 2-0 handshake and gonna move on to that bracket winner's side here in this first round of this pool.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you see a lot of near players, you know, when they're, especially when they're starting out, don't know like when, like you spend a lot of their resources, right? So Vamp had kind of like the opposite problem, like just had so many death stocks left up. So, you know, having 11 right there, you just want to cancel everything, right? Some of those you can create like a gapless block string anyway, and even if you don't do anything, you want to go down swinging, right? You got to do something with all those resources.
Of course, it's one of the worst things when you just die with like all the. If you have like 100 meter, if you've got 13 hearts, if you've got 3 BP, always a terrible feeling to die with those, holding on to those resources.
Yeah.
Like, it's like hoarder mentality, right? It's like I don't want to use it, I might need it, and then you lose it all, and you didn't even go for a brave counter.
For sure, yeah, and like you know, I think that's one of the challenges with this version of Granblue Fantasy versus Ryzen, right? Resource management's like a big deal. You don't want to spend too much of it because if you do, then you don't have it later. But you don't want to spend too little because you know you're losing on opportunities that you could have had otherwise.
And a lot of people like to kind of play around, like, should I go for the Skybound Art? Should I save it and use it for later so I have more meter for like options later on? And sometimes the Skybound Art, just letting it rip is such a good tool because it takes away an opponent's BP, which is also a valuable resource.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, BP economy is like a big part of how you play, right?
Yeah.
You know, because guard canceling is really strong. It's pretty much a universal, oh, it's not your turn anymore, right? As long as you can make it connect. So, you know, just working through that economy and kind of preventing your opponent's offense that way, just a very viable strategy as well.
You know, just having to navigate those courses is very important as we're going to have to navigate our way towards this next set. We got Jinsoku coming up against Caravan. Both these players coming up. I'm seeing a Vyrmyr pick and then a hover over near. We'll have to wait and see what we're going to be able to select on here. Vyrmyr being one of those characters that got some really cool tools from the vanilla version, right? Getting the ability to go into install is a big deal for her. It's almost like a win con.
Yeah, I would say as a character, she kind of has an alternate win con. Although, like, the main win con is just to beat your opponent to death anyway. But,
of course.
The idea is that, you know, by installing, she changes modes and she's able to have access to better special moves. And using those enhanced special moves kind of just, like, use that to carry you to victory, right? Oftentimes you use them to do, like, lots of pressure on wake up. You hit her reversal changes as well. So getting into install is a big part of her game plan.
Yeah. And especially if she gets it off the command grab, right? Because then she saves her meter. And then a Vyrmyr with install and 100 meter is a very scary thing because she gets access to her SBA, which is just basically, oh, you twitched from full screen, I can hit you. And that's something you just always got to be like on the lookout for. So we'll have to wait and see what Vyrmyr's going to bring toward the table in this set from Jinsoku. Meanwhile, Caravan's still figuring out what character we're going to be selecting on, just making sure the controllers, everything's all hunky-dory.
Yeah, they've got like they've got the Vitrix, which is, you know, my sticky choice as well.
Big fan.
Yeah, they've got a lot. It's got a lot of modes, so you got to change the modes on it sometimes, and it's got PS5 mode. You got to put the thing all the way to the right. It works on PS4, PS5, PC. Yeah. So you gotta pick the right mode, or it doesn't work.
I actually have the controller, the gamepad that works on PS4.
Okay.
And as well as PS5, PC. That is like my PC controller for like casual games or competitive games or anything like that. That's not fighting games. Because I use a stick if I'm playing fighting games. But like if I'm playing like a platform fighter or something, or if I'm just playing like a fun little game, like that's my control. I love that controller. It's so good on the PC.
Okay. Could we be seeing a Vasaraga pick?
Potentially. You know, Fuselet's been kind of like paving the way with this character in the recent online tournaments, getting top 3 at TNS consistently. So character definitely has got the sauce, and I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on him, and maybe a lot of people just don't really know the matchup as well, because how often are you running like a first 100 with a Vasaraga?
That's the thing. Vasaraga has many versions where he's slept on a lot, and he ends up being like really strong in certain versions, and you don't know until he like wins the tournament, right? That happened a couple of versions ago where, you know, Vasaraga came out of nowhere and won the Side Games Cup, and it was like, oh, Vasaraga's good? Okay, crazy.
Sick. It looks like we're going to be rocking with the Grand, and there's got one thing I do want to talk about is how, like, I've been casting this game a lot in the online setting, and I barely see this character, but here at Cabo Breaker, he is all over the place. People be gravitating towards this dude.
Yeah, I mean, there has been a lot of character variety in terms of, like, you know, a lot of the blocks that we've seen online so far, but yeah, he's like a character that does get a lot of play, especially, you know, because when you're at an offline tournament, you enter a lot of different games, right? So you want to play a character who, you know, is somewhat simple, but can be pretty effective.
If you play a Shoto, you know how to play Grand. Like, that's pretty much all it is. You might not have those strings like airtight, but you know the basics of, like, you know, playing the strike throw mix-up game, which is like Grand strengths, having to get in there and close the distance as much as possible while trying to force up your options. I cannot believe that landed. Insane.
Yeah. Really cute, like dash commando there. I like that. But Caravan striking back here. Baits out the throw, but too far from the corner for that.
Oh, we got 2 agents. That's pretty tricky to land on a Vero that's installed.
Yeah, the other thing too is that they didn't have the cooldown. They need to use the ultimate version of the skill right there.
Yeah.
Or super. But yeah, went for the EX boot, didn't have it.
Gonna take a big punish for going for that reversal. So you get the EX variety, trying to go for the chip. Doesn't matter. We're gonna connect that close light there at the very end. Be able to shut you down completely.
Yeah, unable to. I mean, if you block that, you pretty much guaranteed chip out anyway, right? So you have to do something.
Whether it's a DP, spot dodge, what have you, match out.
It's anti-air.
Ooh, that's huge. No way he got it again. So this is definitely like a matchup knowledge check right now, because whenever Vira goes for that command grab, she has like a little tell where she puts her hand in front of her, and then she goes for the dash right afterwards. She's got to be at the ready, and that's always got to be able to look out for that move.
Okay, guard cancels out. That's still stuck kind of in that bad position here.
Ooh, taking some big damage for your trouble on top of that. Jinsoku cleaning up shop there for game number 1.
Okay, right back to it.
And just hit that remap, bro.
Yeah.
Don't even give her a chance to breathe.
Sometimes, like, you know you did wrong, so you just want to get back to it, right?
Yeah, of course. Okay, got some conversions. Unfortunately, a little bit too far away to get that. Oh my god, that's huge.
Still too far away, unfortunately, but has that corner position right now.
But does have that on cooldown, so can't manage to get a big combo off unless you go for it. I love that anti-air tool, just using the simple close light.
Yeah. Didn't trust the spec against that, but, you know, still has a good position here.
Another opportunity where that could have been an EX boot to get a wall bounce and really to so much damage. That's grand strength. Getting that EX boot in the corner is so imperative for the success.
Commando. Interesting choice.
I mean, it gets you the install, and you have full meter. Raw SBA to call you out. Mashing on my offense, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you had just gone for like a big punish instead and then put them in throw range, right? That might have been like a different option there, but decided to go for the commander just to change the game plan.
They're playing a little bit more fireball game here. Full screen boot does make that safe on block. It's minus, but still safe.
Yeah, missed that confirmed there on the jabs. Back to neutral, jumps out of the ultimate skill, so no refund when it whips like that.
They're not going to get anything out of that command dash. Coming right back into the thick of things here. Jinsoku moving back and forth, trying to find the next opening. You know the command grab's on their mind. They're 3 for 3 so far.
Yeah, so far has not fallen for this round.
Regular throw. Normal throw coming out in abundance. Yeah. So many heroes do that where they throw out Luminaria as a distraction so they get the command grab set up right afterwards.
Okay. Has 50 meter, but I don't think it's enough. Pushes in the sense spike a little there.
Okay. Accidental side swap, but that's okay. We clean it up with a grab to finish it off. We are now so many command grabs out. That is 4 for 4. Are we going to see if every round we've seen the install come from the command grab?
Yeah, maybe we'll see Caravan make an adaptation there, but so far it's fallen for it a lot when Luminara's out.
Okay, good match for that crouching light, converts it into a simple boot right afterwards. Some double dash mediums to close you out. DP because you're getting a little bit overzealous. Oh no, the dash heavy into a reset. Command grab.
Big reset right there. This install's done a lot for Jinsoku right here.
Okay, wall bouncing, another Luminaria. I love that air grab, recognizing you're going to go for the jump right afterwards. Caravan trying to find that next answer here, gets called out by a raging strike, spends another BP to get off of them, as we're still sitting here with 100 meter on Caravan's side.
Can still do it.
Ooh, very risky dash meter from that close, but we're still going to be able to find its mark, but you get called out from the low right back at you. That's going to be a 2-0 victory in favor of Jinsoku with the Vira.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Caravan was making some waves there. Started to kind of get a pretty good hold on like how Jinsoku wanted to move around, but still unable to, you know, avoid any of those commandos, which was probably was the difference at the end of the day.
Yeah, literally, if you let Vira go into install in every single round, like you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. Even though install was in play, you saw Caravan like adapting to it, right? Any single time like you saw Vira going airborne, it's either going for like an air grab or even catching a 2H on the air dashes, which is very difficult to do because she could be tricky with her air mobility, but the Caravan was still able to do it, but could not close out that last game.
Yeah, ultimately, like, one of the upgraded skills ended up being, like, the game changer, right? Like, for example, at the end of that round, you know, the ultimate skill kind of just closed it out there, right? They got called out low, but that's a situation that may not even come up if install wasn't in play already, right? So,
Caravan just didn't want to jump, dude. mean, like I feel like there's a difference between playing a character who happens to have a command grab and playing like LaDiva, in my opinion. I feel like when you're playing against LaDiva, like you're constantly thinking about, okay, I gotta jump eventually. I gotta know when I gotta jump or back up or whatever. But when you play against somebody who just happens to have it, might not be at the forefront of your mind.
Yeah, like it just depends on mindset, right? If you don't fight Vyrmyr all the time, and like that's the other thing too, is you really have to get a feel for how the opponent, like how important does my opponent think that their install is for them, right? Yeah. Is it a big part of their game plan? Is it not so much? And that kind of plays into, you know, in a 2 out of 3 setting, like you really like have to get that read as soon as possible.
It's very important to like adapt quickly in those sets, and it's really cool that you mentioned about how that Vyrmyr wants to play, right? Because we saw a different Vyrmyr earlier on in the day that never went for a command grab the entire set.
Right.
So it just depends on like what their goal is. Are they command grab happy? Oh, it landed. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep throwing out rock of grab until you adapt to it, and then they just kept throwing out scissors.
Yeah, I mean it is a risky thing to go for at the end of the day, right? If it gets punished or red, you could just jump out of it. And, you know, jump-ins are among the biggest punishers you can get in this game, right?
Yeah. So. Jumping heavy, jumping unique, a very good combo starter for Gran. Could easily just get some massive damage, especially if you get them against the corner. You can kind of tell that Caravan might not have Granblue as like their main game because they definitely had footsies down. They had a lot of really good neutral, but some of those conversions just weren't like up to snuff, especially when trying to get the EX boot against the wall.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the unique things about Granblue is the cooldown management, right? Every character just has access to really powerful tools, but they're on like a cooldown, right? So there's like that temporal aspect of it where it's like, well, I did the thing like a little earlier, so I don't have access to it now. Whereas in other games, like you don't necessarily lose those. Like, those are usually tied to some kind of meter or resource instead, and it's not like specifically on time, right?
It's just gone.
Yeah.
Gotta wait. Trying to bring in that gotcha game mechanic, right? Because they got cooldowns in that one.
I mean, they do, yeah. It's in that game, it's based on turns. So like every turn you take, like you get some of your skills back. But
you played the gotcha?
I have, yeah. I dabbled in it quite a bit back in my youth, I would say.
Show your grid.
My grid?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a pathetic grid too. It's fine.
No, my grid's actually great, but it's like, you know, like 3 or 4 years outdated.
Oh yeah.
Like it was great for the time that it was.
You gotta stick with the meta if you gotta be able to get that. I made a water team a long time ago, and then I eventually just stopped playing for a bit and came back to it. I was like, you know what? I play this game for the story. I don't need to be the best. I don't need to grind this and get to the top level.
Wake up, babe. It's time for Rise of the Beasts again.
No. Never again, bro. I did that grind. Yeah. I know, but I already did that grind. Not doing it again. I'm going back to Arkham.
So let's see what we got here. Oh, perhaps a UL player.
Ooh, we got, this is going to be Delikado facing off against Misha Mikado. So UL, obviously a character that has seen a little bit of showing in the online scene. Yeah. Gucci Blunt Wrap comes to mind when she won that, what was that tournament? That was the FlyQuest Fighters on the East Coast.
Yeah, I believe so,
with UL. Yep. So character can definitely do it. Meanwhile, we got Vyrmyr, another character we don't really see too often. I feel like the community is completely split how they feel about this character. He's either, he's godlike or he's trash. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's very divisive because he can't like jump out of throws like a lot of characters can. And that's like a big deal for a lot of reasons, right? Like a lot of the game is predicated on whether or not, like how do you beat a throw, right? At the end of the day. So then like, because he can't beat it that way, he's got to deal with it a different way. But you know, he's got other strong tools, right? He's got really strong neutral game. Some really good mix-ups, but they are somewhat high effort. Yeah. Meanwhile, you know, UL, very unique character as well. She's got a stance, which is not something that's in this game too much. Not necessarily in 2D fighting games too much, right? But she has access to special normals. You know, they're very tricky because of how they have different properties.
Right, being able to also just get auto parries on any like high or mids on top of that while being in that stance. So just like you could do an SBA against her and she'll still just like parry that. She doesn't care.
Yeah, and she's just a very unique character. And oftentimes because, you know, in these kind of 2D fighting games, sometimes characters are all really similar. And sometimes it's just really different. Yeah, I would say UL is one of those characters.
Oh, most definitely. So we're going to see what we're going to bring towards the table here with this UL versus Vyrmyr matchup. Matchup I can't say I've seen too often, but I can only imagine how this is going to be able to go. UL is going to be the aggressor in this matchup, wants to be the one to try to get up and close and personal towards Vyrmyr, because Vyrmyr thrives from like that mid-range. Like he's like a mini Kai Kisk.
Yeah, I think like the main thing is kind of how UL is going to deal with you know, 5H. I think that's probably the big factor in this matchup. And then once out of that 5H range, you know, whether or not she can deal with the tornado or like his like rush move as well. So we'll just see what the approach is here.
Yeah. Also, Grimmir's far heavy is so unique because it's like it's the exact same frame startup as his close heavy.
Yeah.
So it allows for like links to close light to be very like consistent, but it's also faster than his far medium for some reason because it's a two-hitter, you know.
Yeah, I mean some characters have something like that. I mean, or like it's like the medium is the same speed as far heavy and things like that. But I think Nier's one of those characters as well that has frame data where it's like, well, heavy's just so much better.
Yeah. Jump into this one here. I'm gonna see we're gonna ready to rock. I feel like the entire time, once Vyrmyr gets a knockdown, that's when he becomes super online. He gets the ability to just place down the whip press and everything. So we get that opening gambit, get ourselves a hard knockdown, maybe able to get something cooking.
Yeah, they're going right into close range as it is. They're kind of just scrapping out. And then you see right there, you know, Vyrmyr's jump is very floaty. You know, just because of that, it's the way he interacts with a lot of things is just different from other characters.
Coming in again, trying to catch some footsies here with these crouching lights. Jump in right on the block. Doing some very unorthodox block strings.
Yeah, I mean, he's putting himself in a situation where, well, if he press right there, you know, UL does have the advantage there. So going right into super, which does get blocked, UL is going to punish here.
That might have been a misinput because he definitely like confirmed the block into a super. So maybe he thought it was going to be like a mash afterwards or leave a gap, but Misha did not take that bait.
Or it could just be one where like you input it so much that you get a normal first before you super. Yeah.
Something's going here. Yeah, another kid on Ewell's kid is being able to just do that command dash backwards before charging right back into the thick of things. Yeah,
that's definitely one of the big knowledge tricks she has because it does have like a lot of property that it can go through.
Characters have tools against that. Like as an example, Granblue as a response. I'm sure Vyrmyr has tons of tools as well. Just going for probably simple far heavy.
Has the back to mid screen here, and again, that's one of Yo's like best moves, right? Really strong normal. Cash out here for some big damage in the corner.
I got 50 meters still to play with. We got some pressure resets going with that somersault. Oh, I know you were thinking about that 2H. That was definitely on the mind.
Yeah, did not confirm that into anything that, you know, got you off the ground. So Mikado is going to fire back, get another big combo, but combo limit. Didn't quite do it right.
I wondered if there was like a second raging chain we could have potentially done there to finish it off, but that's okay. We pick it right back up upon landing from Delikado. That's going to be Misha with a 1-0 lead.
Misha has, you know, I think very good command of like her offense so far. So use that. Once again, just like you mentioned, she's got that command dash backwards. And you know, once you get hit by the next, at least do a goblet, so it's quite good.
Oh yeah, definitely. She's coming in there again, getting that hard knockdown grab right there in the corner, going straight into the stance. Not gonna be able to get a punish on that. It is a little safe on block. It's still minus though. And then right back into the thick of things. Raging strike. Just gonna catch out the SBA. You got no more health, but you're still gonna die to this.
Yeah, might as well, right? That way you end with 3 BP, which you can't take to the next round, but yeah.
Getting a 4th BP like right on top of it. Jump here into round number 2. Okay, no conversions coming out from Delikado. We caught them with the crouching light. We got to see some of these combos coming to fruition.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Vyrmyr is good at, right? That mid-screen, that mid-range, quite strong. But unable to really catch in that, which is allowed kind of Misha Mikado to just come right back.
Oh no, got a raging chain once more coming out from Misha. Getting some big damage and has no key situation right afterwards.
Ooh, yeah, that's one of her like stance moves. Very tricky. Catches Delikado doing something, and that's it for Misha Mikado.
Yeah, easy 2-up. Misha moving on with that UL. Didn't really get to see too much from Delikado's Vyrmyr. Nothing to get set up there, but that's A-okay. Gonna move on through the winner's side of bracket there in that pool here at Gombo Breaker.
Yeah.
Love seeing Ewell succeed, bro. The character you don't get to see that often. I know in the beginning a lot of people were very like annoyed by this character because it's okay, what am I doing? How do I fight against her? What's the game plan here? But then once you actually sit down with the match, it's like, okay, here are the flaws, you know?
Yeah, I mean, she's one of those characters because like she is so unique because of her stance. It does require you to kind of learn what to do. Also, like the very first versions when she came out, her normals were just like insane.
Yes, I remember Vanilla Ewell.
Yeah, but you know, after just every character has had a significant amount of adjustment coming to Rising, but you know, I think she's got a lot of tricky stuff, and especially when people aren't as aware of it or you know, even if they are aware of it, they don't necessarily know like what is the good like risk reward in this situation. She can do a lot of work, as you just saw right there.
Yep, so it's going to be, again, Misha moving on to the bracket. Coming up next, though, got our next set up here on deck. We got Lakey facing off against VoidActress. So, gonna see what characters you guys are going to be playing. But if you guys are just now tuning in, welcome to Granblue 2024. Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. Got tons of action throughout the whole day. Still another block after this on top of that. The 12 hours of Granblue is real. And I know there's been some people that have been here since 10 a.m. Central watching this and just having it on the background. We respect you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for tuning in with us. You know, we know you've got plenty of options right now, or maybe you're consuming all the options at the same time, but we do thank you for being here.
Multi-Twitch, you know? I mean, dude, Granblue's got over 10 streams. Like, it's a little, just in the main room alone, there's 10 streams. But then if you go out there, there's like the mystery game tournament, which was a mad fun. That was really cool to do. But tons of different other games throughout this entire weekend. 24 official titles. So
that is the combo breaker experience, right? Everything all at once.
Okay, let's see what these guys are going to be bringing towards the table here. I'm seeing UL again, potentially. Or maybe we just got to go for the reset of the controls.
Yeah.
But you know what's actually super neat is being able to, like, unlock some of these costumes and these characters, right? Like, they introduced the Battle Pass system, but it's like, you don't have to spend the money, and you can get enough coins to be able to buy some of, like, the costumes. I actually bought Grand's, like, alternate outfit purely with rupees. I didn't even spend a cent on it. It took a while, but I got there.
I mean, if you play enough, right, you can just get there at some point. And, you know, I love the costume system. It's really cool to just get, like, an alternate look a lot of times. All these looks are really iconic to the original game, too, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm very excited that ArcSys is finally, like, creating costumes that are not just color swaps, right? Like, it's, like, legitimately brand new costumes. And they first showed that off with, like, Vyrmyr.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much redid the engine, right? As you know, people who played the original Granblue had a bit of a different look to it, right?
Yes.
They probably had, like, a little more depth. I mean, these are a little bit more, like, you know, they were a little more standardized, but it kind of gives you the option to kind of have those costumes at all, right? So I really like that, what the work they've done with it. Yeah,
and I already said this in the last broadcast, but what I really want to see, I want to see a Grand costume, that's and Jita costume from, like, Relink.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like the white outfit, you know, from the white knight stuff. I really want to see that costume. That's a really sick costume.
Yeah, my request is probably, like, I want, like, the McDonald outfit, I think. Can we get that back? Can we get that back in here?
Imagine. Granblue has had some crazy crossovers in its time. It's kind of nuts.
I mean, it just keeps going. Right? We have 2B in this game. Yeah. So
2B wasn't even in the gacha game. That's
exactly.
that's like exclusive to this. And now if you've got 2B, you can like get the costume for the main character in the gacha game.
Yeah. So. I'm really looking forward to I don't know, the next crazy collab character.
Right.
It's got to be
2B opened up the doors, right?
Exactly. We could be seeing. We'll be seeing Sonic soon, maybe. You never know. Another Sega property.
That would be insane. And you know what I'm thinking is, like, man, I can't believe we have. We live in a world where, like, oh man, we got 2B versus Siegfried. You gotta be like, which game? You gotta be like, what game are you talking about? They're like, oh, the one with the big Siegfried has the big sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Ryu in a certain game, or Baiken at this point.
Yeah. Okay, we're jumping into this first set. We see Vayne facing off against Belial. Vayne being the newest character that's legal at this tournament. Obviously, Beatrix just came out, not legal at this bracket. But Vayne, one of those characters that was a little bit of a sleeper, in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people kind of just like moved on once his character came out. But he's got a lot of tricks, right? He doesn't really dish out the damage, but he can like control the neutrals sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to necessarily ask a fighting game player to like be patient all the time, but that is like one of the things that he does reward. This is the first time we've seen him this block, but you know, he puts out shields with, you know, they can absorb attacks, and by being behind shields, he kind of presses advantage that way, right? He's got really long special moves, access to some great anti-airs as well, right? So he's got kind of just like he's a character with a very unique playstyle for this game.
Yes, and it's going to be on VoidActress to have to like close that gap and just stay in Vayne's face, because that's where Vayne like struggles a bit. When Rushgun's like stays on them, the goal is for Lakey to just keep VoidActress at bay.
Nice, that mid range.
And once again,
baits the DP. Yeah, go with the small punish here.
Easy bait of another energy burst to try to catch you out. I love that parry stop coming up to VoidActress. We just go for the DP meter.
Yeah, get the shield, but the shield blocks it.
Insane behavior, good matchup experience coming out from Lakey, and we get the conversion right afterwards. It's not like the easiest confirm, so sometimes you want to go for the sweep afterwards because it gives you more time to be able to get it, especially when you know it's going to kill.
But with that Lakey on the board early.
That's
Okay, gutsy. The gutsy run up there.
Yeah, we're not even trying to put down shields. We're playing aggro with this character. Hold on a second.
Ooh.
Oh, the footsies! The shimmy into nothing. That should confirm off of a close heavy counter.
You know, I respect the vision. But you know, he's still got the positioning down right here.
Yeah. Okay, Void.
That's minus.
Oh no, gonna get another reversal off of the meter. Reversals right back. He kind of used the ultimate variety. Gets a refund for your troubles, another projectile. But now using the brave counter to get right back into the thick of things. You can't get the fall those confirms on 6XL, but that's okay. Lakey gonna shut that down.
Yeah, I mean, in that position, you know, just dominating position right there. Even Chip was gonna become a factor soon, right? So.
Okay, jumping into the next round here. Starting off immediately with a command grab. I don't know if that was a misinput or not expected Lakey to go dive in. But we saw the shield. You immediately saw Void go for a 6XL because the shield was down. Because if you go past the shield, you can hit Vayne.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you, That's special. The shield again!
Oh my god, it's a habit at this point, right?
Yeah. VoidActress has gone to it many times and it's been punished. Yeah, went for that again. The VoidActress this time challenge.
Okay, another needle right in point blank. If we just stood there, I definitely thought that maybe that would have been like the parry version of that, but it could also be the command grab. It depends on how menacing he's looking.
Yeah, very cute.
That's 3 for 3 right now for Lakey. Trying to end it with the breakthrough, the armored hit, standing U.
Uh-oh. And Chip's pretty big deal, but the throw will do just as well.
Very aggressive Vayne coming out, and it's working out in strides for Lakey.
Yeah, the mid-range game they're doing really good at right now, just poking very successfully. And honestly, like, just the punish on the counter has been really big here as well.
Yeah, been very huge, but now we got a counter hit of our own. Tries to go for the command grab one more time, gets stuffed out with that crouching light as Void, looking for that next answer. But I feel like we're kind of struggling to get through this mid-range. 6L, that's not going to work from that range because you have to go past the shield.
Yeah, gotta put that collision box elsewhere. Tries to spot dodge, gets punished for it. Wait, it worked that time.
Because I think it's because Vayne was too far away from the shield.
Blocks the ultimate reversal, but gets hit by the second part.
Definitely was trying to cook some 2As, which I don't blame Lakey for, right? I think one of Vayne's biggest strengths is getting anti-air damage without consuming like a lot of meter or anything.
Yeah, nice counter there. Yeah, Lakey's letting that far edge just go, right? It's not advantage, so you could take your turn back there if you do block it.
Another brave counter coming out, has the shield, runs right through as a mix-up, playing aggressive with the shield. Throws out the EX version as the Oki setup catches you with the Beats Rhapsody to send that sailing. It's going to be Lakey with a 2-0 victory. Gonna move on through that bracket.
Really good usage of that ultimate shield right there. I really liked just surprising them with it because they hadn't done it yet, right? So
wait, that was 2-0, right?
2-0, yeah.
They think it was best 3-5?
I think so. I think that question has come up a couple of times.
I mean, I get it, right? Because Granblue can be a very fast game, especially when you got like your combos down.
Yeah.
Some online tournaments have tried doing the best 3-5 very early on, and the community was kind of opposed to it. So we've respected the community's decisions and just keep it at 2 out of 3 for now.
I mean, it's a quick game, but I think like oftentimes like the better player still wins, right? Because it's all about resources, and at the end of the day, it's about like managing risk. So you know, oftentimes you see a lot of consistent playthroughs in Granblue versus.
I don't know, man. I've been down 0-2. You know what happens? I go down 0-3. That's exactly what's going to be happening later on in that set. So guys, welcome again back to Combo Breaker. We got more sets coming your way. We got Vyrmyr facing off against ProjectVX. That's a sick name. ProjectVX.
What do you think the VX stands for?
Effects.
Okay.
Like
the regular?
I'm thinking like Photoshop-esque or like Adobe Premiere. Like we're finding the VX tab.
When I see X, I just think xylophone. So it's like very xylophone, you know?
That's so xylophone to you.
Yeah. So we'll see what they show off here today.
Vyrmyr, a player we've seen before in the online set, coming off to the offline stage instead. So really cool to see people coming through for the offline tournaments. It's been a while. I think the last big offline thing that we had was, besides Level Up Expo, I want to say it was like in NA, Frosty Faustings, right?
I mean, of the same scale, I would say, yeah. Yes. Especially because, you know, there are a lot more offline tournaments these days. Like, locals have definitely come back in a strong way, but...
Which is cool.
Yeah. Other than that, you know, there's like, of the same scale, probably, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is the, you know, kicking off the 2024 Arc World Tour. Granblue did come out at an awkward time in terms of, like, trying to be a part of the 2023 tour, so they kind of threw it on last second. They only made 3 qualifier events. But this time we got the actual thing coming up here. So really cool to see our World Tour, you know, pushing for Granblue to see how far it can go. Being the 4th biggest entered tournament here at Combo Breaker is such a cool sign.
Yeah, and I think that like you've seen so much variety in the level of play, right? Like I think for every given block you rarely get a repeat character a lot of the time. So
even the online tournaments, man, I feel like the top 8s, we never get more than like 2 of the same character. Like the variety has been like astounding.
Yeah.
You'll see all these people, you know, like it'll be like some Niers coming out, some Sixes coming out, some Siegfrieds coming out, and then a Jita wins. And then a Vasaraga wins.
Yeah, because I think you can really specialize in this game to a really high degree.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Speaking of Siegfried, seeing them getting selected, that's going to be the Vyrmyr special, playing with that character. Meanwhile, we got Narmaya being played by ProjectVX. See how it's going to be able to play out. Siegfried is like, if you're playing a Shoto in this game, a lot of people tell you, play Siegfried.
Yeah,
he's like the Shoto.
He's got really big normals. His special moves are a little bit more, like they have more like of a toolkit to them, I would say, as opposed to like Fireball, and here's my move that moves me forward. Like, It's got a little bit more to it, yeah.
Of course. He throws out EX Fireball and gets to play for free afterwards. Just like that.
Yeah,
you have to commit to like a super jump or something.
Yeah, meanwhile, okay, good reversal there. Narmaya, you know, she's the first time we're seeing her in this block, but she's a character with like 2 different movesets pretty much. So she switches between moves, which is a very unique character, right? She's got 2 different sets of normals and special moves, so that is like one of the things that can be really tricky by like switching that like mid-combo or mid-block screen.
One of the rare characters that can like rotate cooldowns between stances. It's a very good tool for it. Oh, I did a DP. Oh no, I can do it again.
Late tech there. Vyrmyr with a lot of pressure here. Catches the jump.
Wow, we actually committed to that. That's going to net you the win.
Yeah. I mean, just dealing with that EX move, it takes a lot of guts to begin with, right? You either got to check it or you kind of fuzzy block it, see if they commit to one of the options that are risky. But right there, by committing to that flip, worked out quite well.
Yeah, I mean, EX working, like, right, you get so many tools. It's almost like a double strategy of sorts, because you get so many out of it. You get a parry out of it, you get a command grab out of it, you can just cancel it, you can go for a heavy follow-up like that. So many different options you can go for. We're definitely playing safe out here, trying to catch one of those whip punishes with that messenger.
Yeah, VX has not gone for any of the slashers, just DP does not get punished though.
Yeah, tried to go for like a big punch that far heavy, but a little bit too slow on the startup. That's A-okay, because we got combo damage coming your way, rotating some cooldowns in the process. Getting ourselves 2 of that buffs, a very good buff for Siegfried. You sacrifice a little bit of health to increase your damage for a limited amount of time.
Yeah, it stacks as well, but then the more you stack it, the faster it runs out.
Right, so a lot of Siegfrieds tend to go for like that 2 or 1 to do like sweet spot. You very rarely see it go up to 3.
Okay.
Oh, big counter. That's a stuff it out of that command dash. Get out of here. It's going to be a 2-0 for Vyrmyr with the Siegfried.
Okay, we're going to switch characters perhaps? Yeah, ProjectVX wasn't really able to get going in that particular match. The technical commands were turned off.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
that is a heartbreaker.
I've seen that a couple times this tournament already, that like, you gotta double check, make sure your technical commands are on, which is like,
I'm shocked people are turning it off, because it's like, that's such a boon. Being able to react with the DP without inputting the motions on a jump is such a valuable tool.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on your playstyle, right? If you really don't want to, let's just say, for example, if you're the kind of person who starts from crouching and then, like, you want to go straight for, you know, a certain kind of special move, I guess some people, they'll accidentally do an anti-air, like, a different way, so they just turn off, just to make sure it can never happen, right? But
I appreciate that this is the option to turn it on or off, though.
Yeah, but it's very subtle, so a lot of people have not been able to, like, play the game until sometimes it's their whole moveset gets turned off.
Yeah, right.
And now we're seeing a lot more Project this, because I had mentioned, like, why isn't he doing, like, any of her slashes or anything? But that's probably why. Yeah.
Unfortunately, costing them the game number 1. We'll see. Now we got a little bit more of a competitive round this time around. More skills definitely being used.
And that's one of the skills that you'll see Narmaya go to a lot, which is the this one.
Oh my god, yeah.
But it does get called out perfectly.
I mean, whenever you see a Siegfried kind of shimmying from full screen with full meter, they're definitely looking for something.
Uses it again, unabated.
That's the second time we've seen that. Probably did the exact same thing last time. That's going to be huge. If you still have another BP, you can go for another raging chain. Doesn't want to spend it because it won't kill in the process. We're just going to hang tight and hold on to our very last valuable diamond.
Yeah.
Ooh. What a poke.
Yeah, I understand, like, you want to keep that, right? But, you know, the corner carry might have been valuable to just use the extra one. Maybe you can put yourself in a situation where you can get a throw to kill, right? So, But we are going to go to the next round where Vyrmyr does have a significant advantage, right? One more round will let him progress and baits the DP.
Huge money maker for Vyrmyr. Is going to put you back into the blender. Tons of damage, putting out the raging strike. Not going to be able to get the refund because we don't have enough meter, but that is still a-okay because it did so much damage in the process. Project finds a way out.
Okay, Cross is over, but gets DP for struggles.
Yeah, Messenger coming out with abundance.
Ooh, bad timing on that. That's going to kill.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's the thing about that projectile that makes it so good, the Nila Nav. If you throw out the medium version or the EX version, it moves so slow.
Yeah.
And if you spot dodge anticipating a little bit earlier, you'll still get caught by it throughout the spot dodge. And it looks like definitely probably talking about, like, wow, my skills weren't coming out game one. I don't know what was going on.
It's just tough, yeah. Like, it's one of those things that, like, it's like an unexpected landmine, for sure.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the first time
think about it.
Yeah. The first time I saw it was here on Stream 2. I was like, oh, yeah, like, that person's double checking, making sure it's on. But it's just one of those things you got to deal with when you go to an offline tournament. People, you got to desync other people's controllers and do all the other stuff, right, too. That's just part of that tournament etiquette.
It's one of those things where it's like when you play the online tournament and then it's like completely different because the controls are already set and you have to come back here and just double check everything. And guys, we're going to double check our next sets here because we're going to go to a quick little break. Don't go anywhere. We got some more Granblue coming your way.
See you soon. All right, and we're back with more Granblue versus Rising action for Block I, where I'm back here with Xiei, and with me is
Austy, and we got some great more games coming your way. Coming up next, it's going to be Kilo facing up against T-Stat here at Combo Breaker 2024. Kilo being a Chicago native, coming in. Can't wait to see what they're going to bring to the table. I know they have a Nier. They played Belial in the past, so we'll see which one of those characters is going to come out here into fruition. Meanwhile, facing off against T-Stat, who's hovering over Grimnir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Grimnir, we haven't been able to see a Grimnir really go for a lot of combos in this block yet, so maybe we may see a departure from that, because it is a lot further in the bracket at this point.
Yeah, Kilo is, I believe, seeded to get out of these pools, seeded #1 in their pool, so let's see what they bring toward this match. They got second place once at a WASD Open, so they definitely got something cooking with this character.
Yeah, and as always, you know, Nier's a character, you know, if you practice and you come show prepared, you know, it's going to work out in one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
So.
No matter what, you're going to be seeing some good Nier gameplay from this match. We'll just see if the Grimnir is going to be able to keep up with the masses here. Starting off the game by backing up, a really good tool to do with this character, especially in this matchup.
Yeah, I like that. You know, T-Stat's playing passively here to start. You know, just trying to like drive down that resource gate, right? Good jump here, but does get caught on the landing.
Called out with a little bit of game of tennis, throwing out the chip, raging strike from that far away, gonna get rid of 2 of your BB.
Okay. I like that. Uses up the last BB. He's gonna press the advantage here.
Yeah, the Death Right Tempest just to be able to open you up, and Aaron taking 50% initial damage, and he loses access to BP, which is such a having the access to Brave counter against the likes of Nier is so important because it allows you to knock down Death as well as push her off you, especially someone for setups.
Yeah, because I think if it had one in that situation, right, Kilo had broken their game right there, so there was the opportunity to kind of take advantage of that if you had the guard cancel available.
That's why you see a lot of raging strikes come out from Niers in general. Awkward knockout. Death is going to hover there for a little bit.
Nice. Ooh, I thought they dodged that, but they ended up getting hit by it.
They're having that ult at the ready. Another Death Right Tempest gamble there. Can't get too big of a confirm. That's okay. We knock out Death for a little bit, and we're getting a big combo here on Kilo. And we're going to get a knockdown and set up some Death Right Tempest. That's why we got the Wind Crest ready to rock. But unfortunately, we saw what happened.
Yeah, you can't. It doesn't work through that necessarily against some of these armor types. Armor defense gets guard crushed again. And once again, losing 2 BP. Ooh, a clash. The catch is in the air. Good confirm and able to close it out. Good, like, good on them to not panic in this situation. Are you hitting them so high up in the air?
I would have definitely like panicked in that situation. That was quite the scramble. You notice that Kilo actually went for the jump to try to get an air grab because the wing crest is up there. Anytime you fight against a Grimnir and they have the wing crest in the air, a lot of the time you're just kind of like, oh, he's gonna get up there. He wants to use it.
Yeah. Right there with a good anti-air from Kilo. Oh, yeah, that's a safe jump. It does knock out Death, but as long as Nier has some BP left, you can't get a full combo. Drop there, though.
Yeah, no meter left to play with on Kilo's side, so not going to get too much damage in the process. Going to go for the wind shift and just place that projectile down. Mixing up where we're going to go. That was such a good tool because he could have gone left or down. Or in 8 directions, honestly, but just from that first one.
Gets caught here, but now both players have no BP, and yeah, that's difficult right there, because even if you do block that, that's going to do so much chip damage that it's going to be a tough situation.
So T-Stat got hit by Raging Strike 3 times.
Yeah.
We gotta get that in the repertoire. You have to have that dodge ready to rock.
For sure, because you know the outcome will change completely based on that, right?
Yes.
If you just get 1 or 2 dodges in there.
So many times have been like big foils for T-Stat just because they didn't have access to a Brave counter. Okay, backing up. I like that mix-up.
Yeah, switched up the movement there, but does get caught here because we didn't confirm that.
Okay, Kilo getting a lot of chip damage for the troubles.
Ooh, got tagged by the end there.
What?
I mean, that is a block string.
Yeah, I guess. He got a soft knockdown, so put you into the corner, so it's going to be able to work out in wonders. And spades for Kilo. They're still coming up here.
Oh, there we go.
Get the Raging Strike, but not to be able to get the confirm afterwards. So
Yeah, too far away. Yeah, I mean, Nero does have a very long Raging Strike, but you definitely got to have a sweep or something like locked in there, right? Get some kind of confirm instead of just being punished.
That's why Nears like to do Raging Strike from that far away, because first off, you're focusing on death, since you're not even looking for it. But second off, it's hard to get a big punish on top of here if you're not up close and personal.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where you're, you know, one of the only ways to get out of some of these is the guard cancel. So as long as you block it, you don't have to hit it, right? They just want you to lose your BP.
Okay, sitting down here with low health.
Ooh,
Well,
okay.
we're responding in kind this time around. Gonna spend our last BP to get out of there. But now Kilo's taking 50% additional damage from practically full health. So that's gonna be a huge deficit.
Gets a big DP here.
We're blocking, still 5 more hearts here on dead, so we're gonna play a little more passive.
Nice.
I like the projectile going in there. We were hoping they weren't gonna push a button.
Yeah, I think I like that right there. They got the hit, and then but instead of like going for like a confirm right there, we're trying to reset and throw it. You know, Kilo was ready and waiting.
Yeah, Kilo, season player of Granblue, gonna be able to get that second place finish over at Austy and coming through Combo Breaker with a winner's side of pools. And that might be even a qualifier for to get into round number 2, because we're getting deep into the bracket here.
That's one of the most challenging things in any fighting game. You know, confirming from light, right? You know, you aren't necessarily sure if you hit it already, so you already got your confirm. You're already going into your offense. Okay, well I'm gonna make them block this and go right into the throw, right? And that situation, like you don't confirm it, and then you go for that throw, and you know you just get punished just like that.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to be able to do with, because it just lights in general. Like some people actually just go for like, especially when they're stuck in the corner, they'll go for like a close light or a crouching light, and then go into like a Raging Strike right afterwards just to like confirm it, because whether it's gonna confirm or hey, you know what, I'm just gonna throw it out there and it catches your block string, like maybe it'll work out, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's one of those like options that can be pretty good, right? I mean, if your opponent just like guess like dodge, then like you're in deep trouble. Yeah, but you know, because sometimes people just wake up dodge and then like it's so quick that it just dodges both. But in this situation, you know, just good on Kilo for just having the mental fortitude to challenge right there.
Yeah,
right?
definitely a season here that we're going to be able to see today. But coming up next, we got Hirokuni facing off against Lakey. Lakey making a return here today. We saw him a little bit earlier with the Vayne, second trip here onto the main stage. So the Vayne is making some moves.
Yeah. I really like their playstyle for just how they set up the shield. They're using it in a very character-specific way already, right? So they showed off some of that character knowledge, specifically in Balio. Knew that the counter would not work against the shield setup, so we will see if some of that matchup knowledge does carry over into this one, which is looking like a Cagliostro matchup.
Yeah, Hirokuni bringing out the CAG to see how it's going to be able to play out, right? Both these characters want to have that ability to be able to play from like a safe distance, right? Be able to just try to play as fast as possible. And actually, Hirokuni, props to him. He was the reason I was able to get to this venue from the airport. It's like I was thinking about, okay, I'm going to eat this cost. I'm going to get an Uber by myself. He's like, yo, you trying to split?
Oh,
we split an Uber, dude. Save some money.
I thought it was more like like, you know, you were dead on the ground, you're bleeding out. Hirokuni's like, I
that
got
too,
you.
but that doesn't matter. I was more concerned with the USD. You know?
You gotta. It's all about the paper, you know.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just met him at the airport. And he was looking for a little bit of a swap, so we were able to get here together. We talked about Granblue for a bit. Now he's here on the main stage.
Cool. Yeah. All right, we delete controllers right now. But
yes, look how many there are, dog.
Yeah, gotta clean house, you know. That is etiquette here at offline tournaments. You know, those of you who have not been in an offline tournament, unfortunately the PS5 does save controller, like which controllers have been bound to it. So
yes,
someone does need to go in there and erase them all at times. So we're just going to clean the house right there. It's
I make it a habit to just like, anytime I sit on Incendiate, I'm just like, that's the first thing I do.
Yeah, it's kind of just like, you know, it's like, you know, you gotta take the cap off of the water bottle before you try to drink the water. It's exactly like that.
You're right, I just tried to do it. It didn't work.
It doesn't work, yeah. That could be you.
That was me. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Going into this next set, though, here we go. Again, I'm sensing a little bit, you know, on paper, I would say this is going to be a more passive match because of both these characters, but I get the feeling they're both going to play super aggressive. I don't know why. There's something in my gut. Feels like they're both just going to run at each other.
Yeah, well, it's probably because we saw last time Lakey was extremely aggressive, like dashing right into mid-range. I'm not so sure that, like, Vayne has what it takes to beat Kageyoshi at mid-range, but definitely at, like, mid-long range, you know, his special moves are very strong. If you just throw them out, you might randomly tag her while she's trying to set something up, right?
Yeah, so, energy destruction especially.
Yeah, and you know, there's a chance that like you could just get tagged by, you know, one of her, the spikes coming out of the ground as well, so making sure you have the plus frames by dodging them before you start doing any of that mid-long range offense is probably going to be key.
Yeah, that spear is so strong. It's a semi-instant poke from practically full screen, so you always got to be at the ready for it. You got to feel like it's almost like a normal. Yeah. Just like that, right? Anytime you see a guy put up a trap, they're definitely thinking about the spear. But the thing is, the spear loses the energy destruction from Vayne. He can like smack it before it comes out.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, I think Vayne is very aggressive with that. It's definitely possible that, you know, Kageyoshi won't be able to set up anything. Kind of like that, right? You gotta take those plus frames when you can, though. And just like that with the shield, blocking some of those projectiles from Kag.
Yeah, whether it's the rock or the spear, right? Going for the medium version, not safe up close.
Yeah, teleport, respected it, gets the punish on that.
Good spacing coming out from Hero, right? Backing up ever so slightly to get out of that range from the DP. Give us a chance, opportunity to level up that rock a little bit. Whenever you level up that rock, not only does it like power up that move especially, but it also now stays out, so you're able to combine it with other moves.
Yeah. Had the punish there, but didn't confirm it, and you know, just another one of those spears out of the ground. It's a classic closer, just because, you know, in a situation where you're thinking about, well, can I move right now? Actually, no, you can't.
Yeah, Spear's so good at being able to catch that. Oh my god, energy destruction going to call you out in the air. Can't get a, you know, follow-up out of it, but we got corner pressure, which is like practically more important for Vayne.
Yeah, what you want to do here is kind of like maintain this position, right? In this position where that special move can kind of hit at will, you want to maintain it just so that you can kind of limit what Kageyoshi can do. But with that being said, Kageyoshi can easily sidestep any hit with her teleport.
Yeah, it's very easy for her with that spare body. Right back into the thick of things, struggling with the rock. There we go.
We'll take that trade any day, right? It's a lot more damage on main side, so.
And a knockdown, a soft knockdown, but still a knockdown.
Yeah, get those blood frames. Could confirm here, put the shield out.
Energy destruction also deletes the traps on the ground too. On top of that.
It hits all the way to the floor, right?
Yeah, it goes so far. It's just a really good tool in this match. I can't imagine this being that bad of a matchup for Vayne.
Tried to shimmy right there. Hirokuni was ready for it, challenges, but not enough to kill here.
Hero's been on top of these crouching lights, by the way. I feel like time and again, these crouching lights have been coming up. Catching Lakey, I love that setup.
Yeah. I like that, going right in the throw, and even if that throw didn't kill right away, there's a trap right there as well.
And Hirokuni going up one game in the beginning of this race to 3 here. Playing very strong, we got a clash situation. Lakey's gonna be able to win it out, but nothing too big out of it until just now.
Yeah, want to maintain this, right? You just got, if you can win just by hitting that 10 times, you know, there's no reason to overcommit against her, because just like that, you can hit by teleport.
And then the setup begins, because now we got 2 of those crests out there in the middle of the screen. Tables have been turned, a little bit more damage on the table, and that bar heavy is going to start off something very meaningful.
Jump, okay.
That was an option.
Yeah, it used it quite well, and even if it didn't hit directly, it might have been able to delete some of those off the ground as well. Yeah. Nice shimmy right there, get some good damage here. Tries to come in on the throw, does not work. Just throw it into that.
With Vayne specifically, he kind of relies a lot on the strike throw mix-up whenever he's up close and personal. We just let the ultimate version come out strong and with a vengeance.
Yeah, I wonder if Hirokuni tried to do something in response, it just didn't come out. Definitely possible.
And coming into a round 3 here, Lakey showing some signs of life, but just going for the arms destruction DP to start things off.
Very nice. Once again, maintain this like really good spacing, right? We really feel like Hirokuni has to work to kind of prevent Lakey from just like turtling up here, but he's doing this so far. Has not been able to capitalize in a big way, but these pokes are very annoying and it's adding up slowly.
You're noticing that Lakey is going for dashes constantly, just trying to close that distance as fast as possible, but whenever you commit to that attack, you can't just go for a block immediately, so you're getting called out a lot for those spears.
Yeah, gets caught here. Super big lead, so throw will kill with ultimate skill.
Has the pressure. There's the shimmy. Oh no, that was the wrong setup. That could have been so much massive damage. A close heavy counter hit. Being dropped onto the table. Lakey still has advantage, but not for long. Heartbreaker way to end the set.
I think because, you know, you had access to Raging Strike. Even if you're not sure, right, you can still get big damage with that corner cray. Tough drop there.
Still in it.
That's what it takes for sure. Super jumps in. I think they've lost a bit of their patience here.
You can definitely sense it.
Ooh. Oh, it's still going for it.
He was holding that forever.
Okay. Yeah, I got tagged on the teleport right there.
Tried it again with the backup. Seeing a lot of shimmies coming out from Lakey. We're going to block Alexandria and give ourselves a spree little punish set up with the shield.
Yeah, missed the confirm. Good dodge on that.
I feel like anytime Lakey runs up the hero, like, Lakey just immediately goes for the block instead of trying to like get some blocking pressure. Like, why are you even going up that close? Oh, we're getting tricky. Teleports like crazy, has the spear ready to go. Trying to confirm off of that, but because it hit the shield, they're not going to be able to hit Lakey in the process. Coming right back in, he just needs one more setup here, but gets called out by the Golden Throne. Ultimate Spare Body is going to seal the deal. And that's going to be a win for Hirokuni.
Yeah, that didn't quite look like a real safe jump, so it's a pretty much a guaranteed anti in that situation. But yeah, I think Lakey really pressed in that last round. I think you know you had the win, right? And then when that ever happens, like you just get really aggressive when you don't need to be. Vayne specifically in that matchup didn't need that level of aggression at all.
Yeah,
right?
that super jump was very unnecessary.
Yeah, just trying to do something to kind of make up for that mistake that he made. But that's just one of the hard things about fighting. They're in real time. You know, the thoughts that you're thinking influence what you do, right? So it's really about maintaining composure in a lot of situations.
There's a difference between like knowing what to do and then like you're there with your hands on the controllers being like, okay, I'm going in.
Yeah, it's like kind of having that like emotional stability, right? People, we talk about that kind of like relationship between real-time fighting games and like, you know, like on paper, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. But it's just one of the things that's what makes fighting games like so amazing, you know?
Yes, agreed. And that's what makes Granblue amazing as well. And then we got our next set coming up. Monarch facing off against MaxNinja. So Monarch, one of the top 4 of their seeds of their pool to make it through this bracket. So we'll see if they're going to be able to, you know, finish that off, or if MaxNinja is going to kind of stop them in their tracks.
Yeah, I've seen Monarch play a lot of Matera. They're a very strong Blazer player, obviously, as well.
Of course.
But, you know, MaxNinja we saw earlier as well with the 2B, I believe. You know, a lot of the setups were quite solid. I really appreciated the way that they had managed the meter in that set as well. So it'd be good to see how these two interact. You know, Matera, a very good like keep away character, right? But can also do a bit of rush down as well. So we'll see how it weighs out here.
No, I'm trying to think, and out of all of my blocks that I've casted for Granblue today, I feel like I've casted like every character now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. Who haven't I seen? Let's look at this roster real quick here.
Avatar Belial. Yeah.
No, well, we're about to see Fairy, yeah. Yeah. So Matera coming up to gate here, man. That is like insane. I didn't personally get to cast a Lancelot, but like we definitely saw some later on through the bracket. Yeah, character variety, top notch. Big fan of that.
And I think that like at all levels of play, there tends to be like a pretty good, healthy amount of character variety in Granblue, right?
It's the top level where it starts to get like, okay, now people always start at the tier list, right? And the tier lists don't matter until top level, in my opinion. There's like a tier list for like mid-level, high level, and there's a tier list for top level, in my opinion.
I mean, it's all about how much of that tool set you can really use, right, at the end of the day, right? So if this character has this really specific thing that you can't do, then that doesn't apply to you at the end of the day, right?
At low level, I think 2B's top tier.
That might be why she got out of business just then, but I thought she was pretty good regardless. But
oh yeah, no, she definitely is. And we see results from this character in top 8s many a time in the online bracket scene. But now Monarch coming up with the Matera, first Matera of the day. See, we're gonna be able to cook here. This character's all about just trying to set up with the butterfly and trying to get the arrows on top of them to play the zoning game against their opponent.
Yeah, looks like they missed the just frame there. So Monarch, what does force the guard cancel? So MaxNinja already down 1 BP here. Good spot dodge and anti-air. The reversal throw from MaxNinja.
Yeah, quick little grab-a-rooney. Be able to kick your feet and just swap space with you real quick. And I love that answer as an example. We get the command jump into a confirm.
Ultimate arrow right there, working out quite well.
Playing the save game, trying to quickly go for an anti-air. I saw something get start up there, and that's going to eat the meter from Max too.
Yeah, that's still plus. You block my guard cancel, sorry, I'm still plus.
Yeah, Monarch Matera looking pretty snazzy right out the gate. Like, just really, what's really pesky about fighting against Matera is that she has the ability to just shut down your options immediately from like anywhere on the screen.
Yeah, what a great anti there, full confirm. Butterfly.
We're just going to hold block, not even try to challenge while the butterfly was active.
Yeah.
Grab as a response instead of a trap of our own. Free jump right afterwards. A little bit obvious with that grab, and Monarch's going to be able to call it out.
Yeah, again with the ultimate projectile, jumps right in off of that hard knockdown. Get some good offense here, and I don't think it's enough to kill, but it's very dire since you're against a zoning character, and yeah, flinches against that standing normal.
And even if you just kept blocking that block streak or that block chip damage, was probably going to put you very close to death.
Yeah, and you know, Monarch is, if you watch any BlazBlue, his playstyle is very reflective. He's very on point with projectile characters. He just has such a good feel for when the person wants to move. It's showing how like a lot of fighters can kind of carry over that same skill set.
You only become stronger by playing multiple games, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If they're shooting off some more arrows here from the back plane, that's going to be another opportunity where Monarch destroys MaxNinja's meter. Like if we saw the skill try to start off from Max, and that's 50 meter just gone.
Yeah, and suddenly aggressive as well, gets a jump in. Spencer Meter going to get the refund as well.
Yep, Skybound arm that doesn't even get the animation. We don't even need that refund. Goodbye. You can take that. It's on the house.
Yeah, I had a feeling that maybe MaxNinja would live, but I forgot that Monarch is so optimized. He knew that jump did actually skip a lot of the earlier normals, just went straight for C or heavy. So that's why he did so much extra damage right there.
A brazen opening on that round, by the way. Going for the sweep, the little slide in to try to catch them feet. Gonna get punished for it, but not too much damage in the docket.
MaxNinja's finally in, but tries to throw Monarch. Monarch takes right away.
Every time we've seen MaxNinja go for that little like dashing after going for some normal, it's always been a grab, and Monarch has already picked up on that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, 2B is a strike throw character to some degree, right? So Monarch just has such good like throw tech reactions as well. So tries to spot dodge that, but that's going to be it.
Yeah, going to call out the spot dodge with that close line, seal the deal. Monarch taking another 2-0, man. So many 2-0s today.
Yeah, I mean, Monarch is just, again, just so clean, right? And I think it's like fighting against a material of that caliber. It's just like, you just start guessing when you think a projectile is going to come. And just like that, you get caught when they approach you and punish your spot dodge.
Yeah, you can see it happen, but it's gonna be one of those things you just gotta be on the lookout for when you're playing against the likes of Matera. Those arrows, those pesky arrows, the butterflies, the whole shebang. And we saw any single time that Monarch went for a command jump was always getting the hit right afterwards. Because it's always on an Oki situation.
Yeah, they have such command of like when to approach, and just like in general, like just hailstorm with arrows, right? It was just so hard for MaxNinja to do anything. And like even like trying to like fire back with the ultimate projectile got tagged like almost every time.
Dude, it was a little bit unfortunate for the opponent, but you know, them's the breaks, and we got our next set coming up here. I believe that's going to be Railyn facing off against Incendiate, so Lawayne coming up.
Is it Incendiate? Incendiate? I always called it Incendiate.
Incendiate? That probably sounds more accurate. I definitely butchered that name when I said it out loud in my head. I was like, you know, I'm just going to roll with it.
You know, I say this every time someone mispronounces someone, you get more engagement when you pronounce things wrong.
I'm saying, dog. That's why, that's the meta whenever like in tournaments, right? Picking the most obscure, hard to pronounce names that people like try to like, well, how do you pronounce this? Blah, blah. Meanwhile, people are like, yeah, my name's Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad. Yeah. Cool.
All right. So I do think that Lawayne is a character who got like, is definitely like a supreme knowledge check character to some extent. You really do need to know a lot of what he does, or you could get caught by just the dudes and like robots flying around. So hopefully we can guide you through that.
Yeah, even if you do know all of that, then you got to know like the timing of the SBA, the timing of the SSBA. A lot of Lawaynes at top level do not be bringing out Iggy because, like, you know, if it's like a gigantic waste of meter when the human pyramid seems to be like the more safe option because you can play mixies with it. You get a little bit of chip damage off of it, try to back and forth. It's a lot safer. That is
that, you know, in case this is like your first Granblue tournament you watch, so Lawayne has a super human pyramid attack, and like when he does it, he kind of turns into like, you know, he adds 2 dudes to his repertoire and becomes 3 dudes at once. And by doing that, he's actually like really strong high-low mix-up game. And as well as just being like totally super armor. So
yeah, he will not flinch. He'll take damage, you can kill him, but he will not flinch.
Yeah.
So it becomes a guessing game of like, is he gonna go for the low, or is he gonna go for the high? And it's just kind of like a little mini game. Then Iggy's a whole nother world. Like that's actually a mini game. You're fighting a mini boss here. But we got Caravan coming up to face off against Gia, so no Lawayne in sight, actually.
Well, this could be all another mix-up, you know.
As the hand warmer, you know.
Yeah.
Bring it up. Get that button check ready to rock here.
That's one of those things where, like, you know, you play Luane, you don't have a DP motion, so you see your hands are warm by doing some DP motions, you know? Exactly.
You don't have to go for the DP. You can just hit that skill button any time of the week. I don't even go for the DP motion. There he is. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I feel like my DP is not invincible unless I do the motion.
That's like the layer, right? If you don't put in the motion, it doesn't have that little bit of invincibility.
My opponent needs to feel it when I do it.
Yeah. I need you to feel the actual full damage of the thing on wake up. Alrighty.
So Luane Vyrmyr, interesting matchup.
Yes. Canonically, Vyrmyr hates him.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's a story matchup, technically, right? So, Luane's trying to, you know, to count like, please, 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 can I rizz you up? But, like, Vyrmyr's like, nah.
No, that's my girl.
Yeah.
All right, coming into the thick of things, already starting off with the kind of brazen going with the awesome sauce, throwing out the bro immediately. You see this a lot from Luane. I've seen this from this player as well as other Luanes in general, is the belly flop crossover.
Yeah, it's tricky because it has kind of like a speed to it that a lot of the other crossups don't have. Just like that, right? It's so quick.
It's ambiguous, just like, is that really going to land behind me? Like,
yeah, because it's actually not that fast, but the motion is just so weird that you're not ready for it at all.
It was kind of like in a weird spot. Now we got Smokey situation. And we're going to eat the price for that install. The Luane Bros were already on the way, not going to knock them out of the situation.
Big jump right there. Force the block again. Yeah, I mean, what, 3 for 3, 4 for 4 on that?
Yeah, already out the gate, just constantly getting that belly flop again and again. If you keep not reacting to it, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep doing it until you finally get down. And then
you just gotta hold G. But most people don't do that. They're not really quite ready for it a lot of times because it's just counterintuitive for most fighting players.
Yeah, having a block button, this ain't Mortal Kombat. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, jumps into that. Nice reversal. Is the dash gonna keep up the pressure? Good bait on that, but no confirm.
Yeah, trying to go for the shimmy and not really getting caught. That's another belly flop coming out. We are getting away with murder with that movement. Here comes the pyramid attack that we were just talking about.
That's high. That's high. That's mid. And you can also dodge by the way too.
Yeah, dodge is like the more of a gamble because you don't want to take chip damage. It's a little bit more risky.
Okay, this reversal install worked out right there. It does have very low recovery, so unless you specifically block it or kind of has something going already, it is hard to punish, but punish it does.
It does, and death is coming, and we still had more meter in the tank to be able to keep that going just in case you had more health. Yeah, I like the overall gameplay from Railyn, but so far she's gotten most of her reversal installs punished, so that has been like the crux of it so far. Ooh, regular throw got attacked. Neutral jump, laser, Catalina bot coming out with abundance, getting some blocks and pressures, but the bros are coming in too to help out. That normal's working out quite well though. Yeah, partly. Yeah, unfortunately, it gets caught in the air. Gonna be a weird setup as we expected. Yeah, I did. Of course, you go for the belly flop, but Incendiate gonna flip the tables on. Puts him into the corner. A second grab on top of that, throwing out Luminaria. Might go for a command grab. No, not gonna give it up just yet while it's active. Still hungry for that grab. I love that 6-6L to catch the jump. Nice confirm. Spends a BP. Install. Okay. Before I get the hit, but that's okay. We're in the install corner. We got the refund back, but that's a raging strike. Spending up the second BP, and now it is time to shine. Here comes the human pyramid, but we have air dash. It doesn't matter. We got anti-air. Here's the setup. It's Catbot. Doesn't that be Brave Counter in the docket? That's not in the ammo. You can't get out. You know they're definitely thinking about Daniel's Brave Counter right here, right now, but you were completely out because of that raging strike. Unavailable. But that's just one of those things you got to watch out for. Putting up the bot again. Has jumped into the Catalina bot. It causes an air blockable in that situation because you can't air block a lot of levels in this game. Yeah, if you do, it actually opens you up for like follow-ups depending on like how close your opponent is. Set up the squiggly boogly legs. Oh my god, the stutter jump. And this should do it. Oh, we got a little bit of a drop. That's okay. We walk up slowly, get a grab. That's going to be a perfect to close things out. My God. Yeah. Just dominating performance right there. That you know, you see that overhead hit, and you're just like, well, I'll just go for it again, you know? Worked the first time. Yeah, traveling here all the way from Brooklyn, got top 8 at Texas Showdown, is definitely on the lookout to get through this bracket even further. Wouldn't be shocked if we see him later on in top 24. Yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, Luane is a character that's just really hard to deal with in general, right? Even if you have the matchup pegged correctly, like sometimes you just, like, you can't
get with the vibe of your opponent. Right? You're not ready for that, a lot of the stuff that they're doing to you. So it can go any way at that point.
Yeah, any which way. Just like we're taking our next way over to our next set. Is that CharCharRealSmooth? I see another Vyrmyr coming up to the deck. CharCharRealSmooth, one of those players that's been entering so many of those online brackets representing Vyrmyr. Very common to be in the top 5 slot over whether it's TNS, WAS, what have you.
And up against them will be a BloodRedSakura. You know, Vyrmyr, I think, is a very fun character to watch, just because there's so much like expression, right? Like we didn't really see Railyn really go for many command throws, right? But you know, the first one we saw earlier today went for so many of them, right? So it's a very expressive character, and I really like to see that.
Yeah, just so many different ways to be able to play how you want. Whether you're going to be command grab happy, whether you're going to just go for the free install off of meter or a confirm, and then figuring out where you're going to go from there. And how a matchup changes based on who she's fighting against. I believe this might be a Beelzebub coming up to bat.
Very, Beelzebub is a very interesting character for sure, but I don't think that will be the case.
Oh,
Looks
no,
like
it's
Basaraga.
Basaraga. There it is. Okay. So another character we were just talking about a little bit earlier, a character that you don't expect to see success, but players do find success with Basaraga.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so many good tools in this version of the game. Like, he's got such a fast, strong anti-air that hits really, really far away. A lot of characters that do a lot of fancy stuff in the air, he doesn't listen to any of that. Yeah. He's got a great command throw. You know, just a lot of overall good tools. He's just kind of slow, right? He gets rushed down pretty easily, but you know, they gave him the ultimate command throw, which gets you out of pressure at times. So,
all right, dive in immediately with the crouch dash medium to catch that knockdown. Yeah, the combo's ready to rock. BloodRedSakura not going to be able to get his meter until just now. So the entire game plan of Basaraga is trying to find that opening to get that install in, right? Get that stock and be able to soul forge and be able to take some on him. We're just going for the raw super, going to be able to get a confirm off of it too.
Okay. What's the setup here? It's a... Yeah, well, he baited the ultimate command throw. That's what you want in that situation, right?
Ended up going for, I believe that was the ult DP, to be able to get the hard knockdown afterwards, so you could be able to set up with the ult.
Ooh, okay. Gets the soul forge ready. This does change the properties of a lot of characters with the gain armor and things like that, but the command throw from CharCharRealSmooth gets the install into the setup.
That's okay, because we got the install one more time, like you said, getting a raging chain with the refund right afterwards. On top of it, the strength of landing the command grab, sometimes it's just out of this world. But BloodRedSakura finds a way out going for the reversal.
Okay. Guard cancel. Ooh, guard cancels that as well. Jumps out. Command throw. Uh-oh. Could be big. Oh, ultimate tackle. That should be enough. Yeah.
Dude, Ultimate Battalions of Fear are going to be able to shut down CharChar's approach there at the very end. That's what Basaraga can do, dude. He gets one opening, he gets one knockdown, he will take you for a mile. It is so scary to be on the receiving end of this character.
Okay, block on that dash normal, but gets caught right there.
As it stands ready to rock, Rising Slash has the option, throwing us some Instinction projectiles, and Vyrmyr really can't challenge projectiles, but he can definitely challenge a jump in like that, getting the crossing heavy counter hit, gets like a command grab. That's seen so often, especially from CharChar. He loves throwing out Lumio and then going for the command grab to hide the animation.
Yeah, because you get stuck in a part of that animation where there's, ooh, nice anti-air throw, but yeah, they get stuck in a part of the animation where there's not much hit stun. That command would sneak right through there. Nice tech throw there, but another anti-air for CharCharRealSmooth, but drops the combo. Throw's not enough.
That's a little frustration here from BloodRedSakura, but comes right back with the command grab, hold for right. He has a reversal option. Gotta be ready. That did just enough chip where you are forced to make an action. You couldn't just block right there.
Probably needed to gamble on a spot dodge or something like that, but BloodRedSakura's gonna go right back to it.
And CharChar going for the DP in that situation, which is going to be a two-hitter, so you're going to be spot dodge. You don't have to time it in a second with your toast.
Soul Force is ready. Spends it on a tackle.
Shmurtle is going to be able to go right through that spot dodge and get called out by a grab. Lumio to help get the setup. That's why we're seeing a lot of jumps coming out from BloodRedSakura. I think it's because of thinking about that open setup.
Yeah. Yeah, good challenge there. Spends ultimately to get that corner carry. Soul Forge does not get the anti-air. Install. Ooh, yeah, Gus can get the counter hit there for a combo.
Good combo damage coming out. Gets the DP reset up with the Lumio.
Good block. Good block on that low.
Dude, trying to get some like side swaps here. Nuts grab. That was a nutso grab coming up from CharChar. Just walking up, trying to bait out now, because this could be an option later on when you walk up and just try to shimmy through that grab.
Yeah, that skill is just do it, right?
Yeah. Especially if you're like sense that was because one thing, if their Vasaraga is full screen, he's probably got Soul Forge on the brain. He wants to get that install. So if you think he's gonna go for it, you just send that move out, and that's victory.
Because you have to walk low. They're just walking backwards. Using Carbine is so quick.
Yeah.
Command throw.
No, dude, command grab coming out, putting you into the install, and so early into this round.
Yeah, BloodRedSakura has their work cut out for them. Goes for an anti-air, he did low. It's caught by that reversal, and this command throw of their own.
Yep, it's a really good reversal option because it armors right through everything. Mixing up with our jumps, being able to use those air dashes to your liking with this character. Soul Forge is on the table here. It's going to give Heavy a little bit of armor as well as like stance and shoulder tackle.
Ooh, yeah, blocks this time.
Already had Soul Forge ready to rock, so it's something that wasn't on the table, but mixes you up with the Lumio. Gonna get the confirm right afterwards, has full meter ready to cash out here. You're taking this gigantic blast to the face, but we're still alive. We got a lot of health for a reason.
Yeah, this could be huge because, you know, CharChar is good. Well, it's gonna close it with that dashing normal attack, but there was a chance there for BloodRedSakura if they had landed that hit.
I saw the game plan.
Yeah.
BloodRedSakura was finding those answers, finding opportunity, took a round at one point, just had to get out of that corner. Anytime that install was in, again, I talk about this a lot, that install is such a game changer for the character, especially against the likes of Vasaraga, when you can just like be airborne and then be tricky airborne, right?
Yeah, and as we saw right there, like, you know, Vasaraga, one of his best reversals is the ultimate command throw, right? If you can just be airborne against it, that's all you really need at the end of the day, right? So.
Which is something he can do in his kit, you know, having the ability to go for like the aerial version of it, but it's still tricky to be able to call it because she can just like go down to the ground immediately with that. Yeah,
he was very respectful with a lot of those big, like, you know, the double jump low and so on and so forth. But ultimately, you know, more for next time, I suppose. Yeah,
and hey, you know what? That was still winner's side of things, so you're still in that bracket. See how far you're going to climb. With 674 entrants, though, that's going to be quite the climb over the loser side. You get to play double the matches, right? So it's just even more to get, like, even out of pools.
Yeah, I mean, more value, right? More bang for your buck.
Yeah, dude. That's why, I mean, I could be getting knocked out round one, you know? I'm trying to get as many matches as possible, you feel me?
Yeah, exactly. So, let's see here. Next match will be Eddie Franco versus LabyrinthZ. Or Labyrinth?
I like LabyrinthZ.
Okay.
Then we go with that. Eddie Franco traveling all the way from Mexico, come over to Combo Breaker. So, you know, that's what's cool about Combo Breaker, these big regionals, these big majors, I'd rather say, is that people travel from all over trying to get some of those platinum, those gold points on the table, right?
Yeah, because that is a World Tour event, right?
Yeah, so this is the third stop. First stop in North America.
So, you know, you got to get your points so you can make it out to the World Tour. There is, like, a lot of prizes to be held there, but either way, you know, you got to make your footprint where you can.
Yeah, getting that gold, those gold points are very valuable, especially because the World Tour doesn't end until like next year. So this is just the beginning. So you got to go to as many as you can feasibly think of, right? So Combo Breaker being one of those stops. Very grateful to see a stop coming out to one of the grassroots tournaments, you know, growing to this big.
Yeah.
All right, got these characters coming up. Got to make sure we got the right ports on top of that. Sometimes it's you can get mixed up right in this character select screen.
Yeah, you like look at the wrong meter, you know. I was like, oh wait, I'm on this side. All right.
Shoot. Making sure we're checking those buttons again. Yeah, make sure technical commands is on or off, depending on how you want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Learned that the hard way earlier on. Got to see Catalina up to deck here from Eddie Franco. I'm seeing LabyrinthZ hovering over Matera. Yes, sir. So Cat versus Matera. This is going to be, again, we saw Matera previously from a different player, but this is going to be a lot of just staying back, shooting off the arrows, trying to keep Catalina very long arms. Like, meanwhile, Catalina's got to be more of the aggressor, but since she's a Shoto, she can do that if she wants.
Yeah, I mean, it could go either way here, right? I mean, if she wants to fight, you know, the fireball game in a traditional way, like avoiding some of the projectiles, fighting some projectiles of her own, that is an option. She does have her shield, but I don't think that's necessarily that good in this matchup unless there's a very specific spacing for it. But yeah, I think in general, like, you kind of have to kind of just go for it against Matera sometimes. You just got to see if you can bait her out and, like, punish her for big damage. Because, you know, it is death by 1,000 cuts a lot of times in this matchup.
Yeah, oh, 100%. It's just like a war of attrition, like, ow, 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 I'm in. Like, you just take the block string, you take the arrow, the straight arrow hits, and see if they don't get burned off it. But Catalina is a character that received a lot of buffs in the previous, like, big patch that we saw to her, right? Being able to convert off of old Frozen Blade is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's really big because, you know, I think a lot of things combo into that, right? So you can kind of get a lot of hits, like straight hits that can turn into big damage now.
The crumple state is so good for her that she didn't previously have that. So being able to have that from full screen, having that neutral skip tool, like just in general, just having the access to it is such an important thing.
Yeah. It definitely just makes her a lot more threatening with a lot of her random pokes.
All right, round one starting out the gates, swinging. Definitely both players kind of feeling each other out, want to play a little bit passive to start things off.
Okay, backs that way, does LabyrinthZ, but gets caught right here. And in the corner, so Caravan can do tons of damage in the corner here.
Yeah, that dash light was actually a really good option just to be able to call out like the butterfly setup, right? If you can stuff Matera before she gets any setups going, that's a very good tool in your arsenal.
Low hit, connects. Interesting choice there to reset standing. Okay. Yeah, spends the ultimate meter as well.
Busting out some more butterflies, going for the jump. Enchanted Land's going to be able to get blocked there for a little bit. Command Guard, that's going to be the two-hitter, right? If you don't know that matchup, you got to block that for both of those swings. People learn that the hard way.
Ooh. Good block on the jump low. Throw, back throw. Gets that corner position going. Yeah, and that's one thing that they gave to the Terra in this version. She does have a reversal. You know, not one you'd expect, but it does work quite well in most situations. But gets an ultimate frozen blade, but they were airborne, so not quite the same conversion.
Had to be standing to get it, because it's all about the crumple state, right? If you're standing, then you can be able to fall down. But LabyrinthZ is out of BP right now, so this is a very scary situation. Eddie Franco could probably just go for some chip damage in the process. You can take a 50% additional one, but right now, you're getting chipped out themselves currently, because a lot of arrows, but the timer is actually on their side right now, which is why we're seeing such passive play. Gets called out by an EX arrow, though, with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, really big was a lot, like, not mentioned right there, was that Eddie Franco had gone for a ultimate frozen blade, but LabyrinthZ dodged it, which is why they had the advantage to begin with. Yep. Good anti-air. And get some solid damage right from that.
Now, we're talking about like Shotos in general here. Unlike Grant, who can actually use the medium fireball to delete projectiles and throw one of his own, Kylan doesn't have access to such an option. And I'm seeing a little bit of impatience there with that jump. It's very hungry to try to jump over an arrow.
Yeah, gets the hard knockdown. Josh gets a block, baits out that guard cancel. Yeah, because when you guard cancel while in neutral state, you are going to get a Raging Strike instead.
Yeah, Raging Strike will always come out and try to like gap out like a frame trap and go for a command jump just like that. But we get a grab to flip sides here, but it might be a little bit too late because Eddie is kind of bleeding out here with no help. Still has 3 diamonds to play with, so meanwhile, LabyrinthZ still on the last one. Tries to go for a little cha-cha slide there, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, just overall, you know, they were in position to, if they got a hit, they could have done some major damage, but that's the challenge of fighting the Terra at all. Like, you bang out, you can get it.
Ooh, Enchanted Lands to start things off with that lunge. Gives you that corner carry right from neutral state.
Ooh, yeah. Put their finger in the oven right there.
Yeah. What makes that lunge so good from Catalina Enchanted Lands is that she steps back before going for a swing, right?
And I can move your hitbox and help you avoid something while punishing, right?
Yeah. But, really good whip punish move.
Unfortunately, there's not been much of a factor in this match, just because, you know, you're going to charge headlong into arrow at this point, but...
Yeah. Okay, we are just stuck blocking at this point.
Okay. It looks like LabyrinthZ tried to overcommit on something, but really just missed their jump.
I actually love that challenge a lot. You see him jumping right on top, and they're going to go for that crouching life, puts him back here into the corner. 1 BP left on the table for LabyrinthZ yet again. Wants to find an option, try to like make him go for a waste of it, or maybe even go for a Raging Strike, but again, he goes a man game like, oh, yeah, I know you want a Raging Strike, so I'm going to be on the lookout for it.
Yeah, nice reversal there. Very timely. Put them back full screen again.
Has the spot dodging ready to rock.
Yeah, has been so good at that. And it's a major thing too, because when you spot dodge an ultimate skill, they don't get any refund at all, right? So that's why it's really, really valuable to be able to do that.
Oh, there's the Raging Strike I was just talking about. Actually was a hit, not on block. So you can't do anything about that. Not that LabyrinthZ had the BP to go for a Brave counter, so it didn't matter, but we still were able to close that out. Eddie with a lead here for the second game. Are we going to see a game 3?
Yeah, maybe that would be the first one.
Please?
He may have cursed it.
No, not me. Never me.
Okay, good block. Yeah, good block on the overhead.
Very good awareness, recognizing the auto combo. You go for a low or a high. Okay. I love that block pressure. Just goes for the block. Brave counter that's guaranteed it's a multi-hit, right?
Good block there on that.
Let's say playing a little bit risky with that roll in, not going to get a meaningful conversion afterwards. We're mixing up, kind of got lost in the sauce, gets a punish, and responds in kind with a raging strike of their own, and now you are dead. We finally got a game 3. Is this a match? We finally got a match.
I mean, it's been, you know, a pretty tough climb for everyone on the way here.
Oh,
right?
yeah, definitely.
But these two players are very equally matched.
All right, coming right back into the thick of things, right out of that command grab, puts you right back in that full space game. This is like Matera's happy space.
Yeah, kind of forced them to come to you.
Until now, because now Eddie's got full meter to play with.
Yeah, whatever damage you get too, right? It's just gravy at that point. Just keep them out forever.
Make them feel frustrated. Less about the damage and more about making your opponent frustrated.
Ooh. It gets that crumple, but nothing off of it.
I guess it's just too far away, because that was like full stream.
Yeah, I feel like you still get a dash move, but I guess not. Maybe not.
Maybe Eddie was hoping for something a little bit more meaningful. Gets called out for going for an enchanted lance. Another ultimate combo, no conversion afterwards again. Like, I'm wondering if it's just too far away.
Yeah, it could be. I would think that they know better than we do.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. Good swing with that far heavy and converted into a raging strike. Doesn't have enough meter to play with to be able to get a second ultimate skill, but we respond with a reversal to get the kill.
Dang, that was clutch right there. Gutsy, but really clutch. Managed to close the round out.
Matera not having access to a meterless reversal does mean they have to think about it whenever she does have meter. LabyrinthZ here on set points. Playing super up close and personal, going to force Eddie to burn one of those precious, valuable resources.
Yeah, really good guard cancel there. Yeah, just spending some meter there, keep them out. Ooh, okay, good timing on that.
Waiting for you to kind of like twitch movement there. Eddie's building meter here by just simply walking forward and back. Full meter on the table for Eddie. Fans to find an opening. Big punish coming out on that reversal. Gets the wall bounce, has full meter. Can easily just FBA. We don't do it. Doesn't matter. We still pick it up with the grab.
Yeah, LabyrinthZ has been really going to the guard cancel really quickly, but has been punished many times because, you know, I don't think Franco's done a real media for a hot minute.
Yeah, now we got ourselves a final round here. Winner of this next round is going to move on to the winner's side of the bracket. You know, they're both very hungry for this win.
Okay, ooh, yeah, the EX projectile goes right through that.
Trying to find ways in, rolling through these arrows. Brave counters to create some space and gets a setup in the process. Trying to go for the spot. That was very close.
Yeah, it was risky, but ended up getting away with it. Nice jump out of that.
That was a fantastic jump, dog. He knew what was coming up. It was going to be that grab reversals again just to get off of me, spending the 50 meter. Just give herself a free opening.
Trying to make it right here, dashing normal, backwards into ultimate skill.
They're both playing incredibly safe right now. Eddie just trying to like wait for their prime opportunity to strike. We do have full meter here on Catalina. Another brave counter just to create that space one more time. But LabyrinthZ only has one more meter and still has full health. That's going to be 20% additional damage on the table. Brave counter to give yourself a turn. Another reversal. He can't keep getting away with this.
So on point with those so far. Has not had that baited yet.
And now SSBA is on the table with below 30% health. This could be a game changer if Eddie Franco just finds a way in, but you're just kind of getting whirled away like crazy until you finally go for the ultimate as kind of like a Hail Mary from full speed, because you're taking arrow after arrow at this point.
Oh, yeah, interrupted it as well. No more meter, and with that, Eddie Franco with a desperation crossover, but does not work.
Yeah, that entire time, Eddie was just desperate to get in there and close the distance, but just got whirled away by simple arrows. It wasn't even like a fancy combo. Just chip away, get the hits off with the arrows, and Matera will eventually see the health bar hit 0. You can only block for so long.
Yeah, it's just really tough because, you know, once you're in that mindset where, oh, I can't do anything about this. I keep getting tagged by all these things, but
I'm jumping.
Yeah, there's always something you can do. You got to change the timing, you know, dodge a projectile so like the timing gets messed up. It can't just be in the same rhythm as always. You just have to make it as difficult as possible, even if it's like even minuscule things, right? So
I do think ballsy decisions are something that you should bring out to the table. After that first jump, so looks like Eddie is going to stay up to bat here. We're going to have a losers match this time around. These are actually more exciting sets in my opinion, because if you lose, you're out.
Yeah, nothing quite like a death game to get things going, right?
Get the blood rushing.
Yeah.
But fortunately for Eddie, imagine just losing. He's like, stay there, you're playing again. Like, oh man, I can't even like register that loss. It was game 3 last round. I got to go back into the heat of things, stay in the hot chair.
Yeah. But, you know, I think sometimes your blood stays hot, right? You've warmed up for the stream setup too, right? Because, you know, playing on the big screen setup can can be a little nerve-wracking for your first timer, right? Like just so much more noise. It's just kind of different, right? You know, I remember the first time I did, I was like shaking, like, oh man, I can't do my combo. But you know, like once you've locked in at a certain point, like you get used to it, you play a lot better. You
close out all the outside noise and just focus purely on the game. It'll eventually happen. Headphones help with that too.
Yeah, or you just specifically listen to the one person who's got your back, you know?
Yeah. Yo, let's go!
Yeah.
Having that momentum. Some people get powered up by anger. Is this a mirror match?
Ooh, I'm not sure. It could just be a button check, but I guess we'll see soon.
You know, the one kind of a rare mirror to see on top of that, right? Having Catalina versus Catalina. This is true footsies out here in Granblue.
Yeah, we're going to see some vanilla footsies here in terms of like, you know, I think Catalina was pretty popular in the original version of the game, right?
Yes.
And, you know, she would terrorize people with her crouching medium, but, you know, I think that we've kind of gone away from that in some ways, but, you know, we'll probably get to see some of it being relived for you right now here in real time.
At the beginning of Rising, we definitely did not see that many Catalinas because she didn't really have any, she didn't have any, like, meaningful neutral skip tool when so many characters were thriving with that. Now, you know, it's a little bit different, especially with that buff that she got. Now, we jump into this match. True, honest footsies. Catalina.
We say that, but they're gonna start doing like full screen enchanted lands, like fully charged enchanted lands. Like, okay, well, yeah, we've really done it now, guys. But yeah, with that, this will be the last match of this block. And
there's still one more pool left to go tonight before we're done with the first one. Winner of this is going to move on into round 2 of pools. This is the set for the Chipotle gift card.
It's a burrito match.
Burrito match, man. That makes it even more powerful. Starting out with the jump, Eddie's going to be able to get a big hit off of that. I think when you ever go for a jump round start, it's not the worst decision in the world because they don't have meter to like, do anything meaningful with it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's gutsy. And sometimes you gotta start gutsy and then you can play safer after that.
I mean, second jump coming out from Shmurtle already, even after getting anti-aired previously.
Yeah, you don't want to stop jumping. If you're going to jump, you got to keep doing it, right?
Commit to it, dude.
Nice pressure in the throw there for Eddie Franco. Both players 100 meter work. A nice reversal.
They're going to go for the Emerald Sword to break up some pressure, taking some block string in the process here. Ooh. Oh, good spacing from Eddie.
Yeah, big whip right there. Small-ish combo. No, made it to the corner. No longer small. Combo. No longer small.
Medium size. Yeah.
That combo was a grower.
Give it a bit.
Here we go. Big first round for Eddie Franco. Will we see a ground start jump again? We will not.
No. But we saw an enchanted lands. It's like, no, I'm sick of this. I'm coming in. Give me that lunge.
Okay, yeah. 3 6XLs in a row, but Shmurtle does get a bit of the advantage here.
And Shmurtle actually trying to go for a fourth one there, getting called out by Eddie.
Okay.
Oh, that's
big counter. Yeah. I'm starting to think that's not necessarily what they want to go for there.
That definitely like a misinput. You're paying the ultimate price for that. You got corner pressure and knockdown here. Vyrmyr still on the table, going to like rock a. Oh god, another one? What is going on? What are these raging strikes? I wanted honest footsies, not just raging strikes. Hail Marys, what's going on?
That's the X factor, you know. What if they walk into my raging strike? You know, it worked that time, you know.
It did. Unfortunately, not for you. So that's going to be Eddie taking away game 1. 1 game away from getting home with that sweet, sweet burrito.
Yeah. With extra guac, please.
Extra guac. You got to always take the extra guac. I always go for the extra meat.
Okay, good pressure here from Eddie Franco. Gets the overhead hit, but a nice reversal from Shmurtle. We've seen that last time as well.
Yeah, from that far away, you're still going to take the full swing of it.
Ooh, okay. Spend some meter there just to see anyone home.
Get the 12% refund on top of it. Oh, crouching light. We're matching it right afterwards. Not going to be able to get a big confirm off of it. That bar heavy is going to give you a guaranteed spot out of that corner. Dude, these 6XLs are crazy.
What if I did it again?
There's no way, right?
Confirm right there. Spend the BP. Get that corner position. Really important.
Ooh, we got shimmies.
Yeah.
Eddie is unrelenting with his defense. I can't believe he jumped like that.
I saw the vision. I saw the anti-air about to come out, but just too late on that. Eddie Franco on a burrito point.
The entire time was just blocking. Didn't commit to anything. And the first thing he does is jump.
But it worked out. Kept it unpredictable. Okay, reversal right away this time.
Seeing a lot more DPs coming out in this matchup. Oh my god, now we're just playing like angry right now. We're just playing, you know what? It's my turn. It's definitely my turn, I swear.
Throw. Yeah. These players attack a lot of each other, so it's the crazy thing.
They know the setups, right?
Yeah.
It's a very strength throw heavy character.
Pushing in the corner, gets a corner position, spends another their BP, this is going to get pretty close damage-wise.
Yeah, doesn't have enough meter to be able to get anything more meaningful out of it. Shmurtle needs a prayer at this point, gets called out by the close light, and that's going to do it. Eddie Franco guaranteeing himself a sweet burrito from Chipotle, extra guac, extra meat, and give me all the queso you can.
Yeah. Really good showings there for Eddie Franco. Ultimately, I do think that being able to warm up the match before may have been a big factor for that, but Eddie Franco will, advance and lose, and, eventually go home with a burrito, and maybe more. You never know.
Yeah, and shout out to Shmurtle making it this far into the pools, one set away. It's going to be a little bit of heartbreaker, but hey, we'll see that Granblue Catalina a little bit later on in a different tournament. But guys, that's going to be it for us on this block. We still got Granblue, more Granblue Fantasy versus Rising action here at Combo Breaker. So don't go anywhere. We got more Granblue action coming right after this segment.
See you guys soon.